Well, good afternoon, good morning. It's Sunday. This is Russell Mays once again coming at you with my podcast, of course. What a messed up week we had. More and more, we need to have faith in our fellow man. Don't let fear control you. Fear is the killer. If they make you fearful, you are dead. Simple as that. Fear is the killer. It's the reason why I have the book, Fear Profits You Nothing. Pick it up on Amazon.com. Now, people are probably going to get trashy and miffy at the title of today's show. BLM. Does it? And you all know what the meaning is. And no, it's not Bureau of Land Management, which I think is pretty funny. Because Bureau of Land Management are the same people that did the Bundy Ranch there. Got into the big fight here in Nevada. Trying to take their property away. That's interesting, isn't it? Black Lives Matter. I used to be, how do I want to say this? I had a special place in my heart for the Black Lives Matter movement. And what I mean by that is, yes, there's racism in this country. It's not systemic, though. They want to make you think like it's just so ingrained in our society that we have no other choice but to cut it out. Well, I got into a little bit of an argument about this because a friend, she was black, had her kids wearing shirts. I can't breathe. Hands up, don't shoot. Black Lives Matter. And I went, now isn't that interesting? And it was pointed out to me saying that it's important to teach our kids this. And I said, it's important to teach your kids racism? And she got offended. And I says, do you know racism is not naturally born with? Racism is taught. And she was teaching her kids racism. And she goes, why would I want to teach my kids racism? I want to make sure they understand the man is putting them down. And I says, that's teaching them racism. Why don't you teach them how to build a good business, make a life for their family, and grow well within the country? Comes the problem. Well, it's because the man is holding me down. Really? Let's go to New York to that one lady who is black, owns a business, and the Black Lives Matter people destroyed her business. Who does that help? How about the people that were shot by the Antifa and Black Lives Matter people? So in my mind, the whole viewpoint of the BLM has gone right out the window. I was there supportive of it until they started trashing on their own people. And I don't want to bring that verbiage of their own people because that's a separation. They're Americans just like anybody is. But it's funny how they are allowed to kill anybody of their own race. Nothing is ever said. But if somebody of a different race kills them, and then all hell breaks loose, and then you got these wishy-washy news organizations who don't want their building destroyed, so they want to support the Black Lives Matter and the Antifa. And you notice also how Antifa is also melding into Black Lives Matter. The people about Black Lives Matter have not caught on to that. So now people are associating, when you say Black Lives Matter, you think Antifa. There you go. You did it yourselves, folks. So CNN is a huge one for this. Oh, we support you people. Oh, we are back you. We love you guys. And they went and destroyed CNN. Well, that sort of, in my mind, has a little bit of a goodness to it, but CNN didn't deserve that. Another organization that I think should be pushed upon, and that's Amazon. For one, now they have on their site saying we support Black Lives Matter. Fantastic. You support Black Lives Matter, but you do not support anybody else in the world. So maybe we should boycott Amazon because they do not support the whites, the Mexicans, the Chinese, the Asians, the Middle Easterns. They don't support any of those people, but they support the Black Lives Matter. What about that? How about we support the human race? I would say Americans, but they also deal worldwide. I'm just so amazed at how many people will get on this bandwagon and then turn it into something that is unbelievably stupid. Do you really, honest to God, want to defund the police? Do you really, honest to God, want to get rid of the department and then substitute it with a social worker network is what they're talking about? Who in their right mind would be a social worker, get a phone call at 2:00 in the morning saying my husband's beating my ass to death, and then, okay, I'll be right over to diffuse the situation? Not. I have never seen such stupidity in my life. Look what's going on in Chicago. The whole black community there is shooting itself to death. And you keep electing these KKK Democrats and socialist Democrats back into office because they're giving you a measly Social Security check or a welfare check. Is that how you want to live? And you want respect from people around you? And you stand on the street corner and shoot everybody? Or allow people to stand on your street corner and shoot everybody? It's unbelievable. I've gotten to the point where it's even splitting the divide of families, where families are actually split without knowing the information. Give you an example. I had an argument, and it was about George Floyd calling for his mommy. I did not see or hear anything about this ever, and I was getting mad because I thought it was proverbial fake news. Then I heard it from Judge Janine on Fox. And she is one I do trust. But then again, I have to back off a little bit because she only said it. I have not seen video of this. I have not seen any evidence of this. I'm going to have to dig deeper to find out if it actually happened. But here's the thing about it. The officer needs to be jailed and arrested, which he is, and charged with murder. The other three should be also charged with murder. However, the one Asian cop should be charged with accessory to murder for failing to stop the issue. The other three were on top of George Floyd. That's very evident in the pictures and the videos. So now what are you going to do? You're going to charge him with murder. Now we got to go to trial. But the protesters just broke into the precinct and burned all the evidence and took it all. So now what are you going to do? You get a good lawyer out there, and those guys will walk. They'll get off with a misdemeanor or something. They might lose their job. And then you're going to go back out in the streets and riot again. You people do not think things through. You want chaos in the streets. And it's all because Donald Trump won the election. They're going to find out during this election that more than 90% of this country is going to vote him back in because the Democrats, George Soros, and some of these other assholes are showing their face. They're paying these people to riot, to tear the system down, to trash it. The good thing is Nancy Pelosi's up for election. You vote her ass out, she's in big trouble. Here's another thing. How come you people haven't rioted at her house? Or Chuck Schumer's house? Or Andrew Cuomo or Bill de Blasio? And the reason why they haven't is because nothing will be done for them. But if you riot at the president's White House in Washington, President Trump will get things done. But he's not going to do it your way. He's going to do it legally as the Constitution and make sure it's done right. He's not into a lynch mob justice, and that's what Antifa is. That's what Black Lives Matter is. That's what the combination of both parties is, all run by the Democrats. Lynch mob mentality. And they do not care who gets in the way. How can an Antifa member walk up to a police officer and shoot him in the head and just, that's it? Nobody cares about it. Nobody worries about it. And these are the people that I've got to dig into the information, but it was worded to me that a legislator or congressperson in New York, I guess it was in New York, wants to defund the police department, and then their home got broke into, and the first thing they did was call the police. This is how stupid our society is. This is how stupid people are. Even I'll tell you how dumb it is people don't want to face the facts. They don't want to know the truth in their face. Right here, right now, just proves it to you with this topic, Black Lives Matter. Does it? Does it really matter? They don't want to discuss that. People don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about what's really going on. They just want to go out there. What would happen, and this is what I suggest to all the rioters out there and the police force, do what they're doing in Hong Kong. They're not using tear gas anymore. They're not using, well, they still have the police guards there and stuff like that to protect the buildings and stuff. But they're using a water cannon with dye in it, a non-harmful dye, which marks everybody that's doing the rioting, and they're going to arrest them afterwards. Because if you get the dye on you, it doesn't matter what question you have. The only way you can get that dye on you is if you're rioting at their riot lines. If you get hit with that dye stains you for a while. The cops will come and get you. That's what Hong Kong is doing. That's what they should do with our riots now. Spray them with a dye, go arrest them later. That way they're marked. They know who's doing the violence and the vandalism. But if you defund the police and get rid of it and have social workers come knocking on your door to make sure you're protected from somebody killing your family, good luck to you. You want chaos? You're going to find out that the majority of this country is well armed. If you want a civil war, Democrats, you KKK Democrats, you socialist Democrats, if you want a war within this country just to bring Donald Trump down, you'll find out that you're going to lose that war very fast. You're not going to have your mansions and your little gated communities to get in or to hide behind. You will lose everything. You will be living in the streets that you make your homeless people live in. Do you really believe that Black Lives Matter? Does it really? Do you really believe that? Your politicians in the Democrat-led states don't. Just look at what's going on. They're allowing those businesses to be burned. This is the biggest scam pulled over the American people, and I can't believe how many American people are sheeped into this. Oh, God, that's true. But personally, Black Lives Matter doesn't. Now they're Antifa. Antifa and Black Lives Matter are now one. And when they killed that first black person that owns a business that had nothing to do with George Floyd, that's the day that I do no longer back Black Lives Matter. I look at them as Antifa now. They had no movement. They had no cause or reason. They just lost their entire livelihood. Unbelievable. How can you do that to your fellow man? And this old man that got pushed and fell and stumbled back and hit his head, I'm sorry. Couple of things. If he wasn't rioting in the first place, he wouldn't have been there. If they didn't do it, the cops wouldn't have been there. Everyone's saying he was trying to give his helmet back. No, that's his motorcycle helmet. And when the cops came up to him, he took the phone, and I'm watching the video, he stuck the phone in the cop's gut, not threatening, but the cop pushed him. He stumbled back and fell. Cops didn't push him to the ground. I'm sick of it. You people want to riot? Fine, riot. You better be ready to pay the consequences, because there's a lot of good business owners out there, white, black, brown, Asian, you name it. They all are going to start rioting back, and they will protect their own businesses, because the governors of their stupid states will not do it for them. They want to take the only protection they have away. Why would you not arrest somebody for killing and destroying a business, but yet arrest a salon person for cutting hair? When is the stupidity going to end? People are talking, oh, I'm woke now. I see what's going on. No, you don't. You do not see what's going on. When you can't even open your business to cut hair because of the fake coronavirus, and I do mean fake now. I really don't believe it. I used to, well, maybe there is a virus out there or something. No, I don't believe it anymore, because all these people that are rioting are shoulder to shoulder. I go to a store and I see people crawling all over the food to grab a certain melon or something all over there. Stop it. If you really believe there's a virus, stay inside. Don't go out to riot. Don't go out shopping or anything else like that. The only reason why people are out there protesting is because they got tired of being locked up for 3 months. This has all been planned in my mind. It's been planned. You keep people shut in for 30 days or 90 days, then a little catalyst like what happened with George Floyd, everybody's out of their house. Hey, I can get out of my house now. Why are they wearing masks? Now, here's something else that was brought up. It says, and it's a rule, it's not a law, that when you protest, you can't wear a mask. Wearing a mask indicate you're out there to cause trouble and chaos because you're afraid to be seen. If Black Lives Matter and George Floyd mattered so much, George Floyd didn't have a mask on, and he died for what his actions were. Didn't have to die, but he died, and everybody saw his face. If you're so proud to back him, take your mask off. Be on national TV. What the heck are you doing out in a riot in shorts and a flip-flop? You're an idiot. And how can you not tell who the radicals are? These people are in there in combat boots, special ninja outfits, covered from head to toe so you can't tell who they are. These are the people that are prepared for rioting and chaos, not the general people. And it happens at night. Asshole Blasio in New York puts a curfew on last night at 8 o'clock. So there was no riots. He goes, okay, now I'm lifting it tonight. What a stupid idiot he is. You have to keep the curfew on for a few days to calm them down. You lift the curfew tonight, you're going to have them rioting in the streets again. What an idiot. I am so bent out of shape over this. It's the thing is, the media is fueling it, and every media organization, and everybody knows who I am. I am a very staunch Trump supporter. Trump will fix this, but he's got a lot of crap people against him that hate him for winning. The only people that love him for winning are the people. Your political leaders hate him for winning because he took their power away. And since he took their power away, what power they have left, look what they're doing it to you. They are allowing your businesses to be destroyed. They're allowing your families to be destroyed. They're starving your people. They're starving your families. They're putting everybody in the grave. And they love it because they have power over you. So if you don't want that kind of power over you, you go riot at their houses and not at somebody that's trying to make a living. It's unbelievable. And now they're going to already having questions about this mail-in voting. Questions are already being derived about that. People should not have to mail in their ballots unless they are truly absent. If you are in the military and out of country, you should not have to mail in your ballot unless you are truly out of touch with your area for some reason. And here's another thing about helping out Trump. That jerk James Mattis is now taking the side of Antifa and the Democrats on the socialist. And the reason why I say that is because Trump knew he was an idiot. That's why he fired him. Now his true colors are being seen. I just can't wait until all this is done. Trump needs to really clean house and fire a lot of people because they are undermining. If he did not have the constant barrage of Russiagate and impeachment and Judge Kavanaugh and whatever else is going down the line about, the Mueller report and all that, just to undermine his position as our elected leader, he would have had this country in such great shape. But they had to bring the coronavirus in it, and then they twisted the news around to make it sound like it's the most horrific thing in the world. Do you want to know something? I did absolutely nothing to that, and I fit within the category of high risk. I don't wear a mask. I go out when I want to. The only problem is they forced everybody to shut down of my normal routine. And I yet have gotten the coronavirus. And I have yet to see the true stats of the people with corona. Here's something else that's pissing me off. I just saw a charity for New York that's trying to raise money to help the hospitals. They want $1,000 donation for a ventilator. They have 35,000 ventilators in a warehouse unused. Now they're asking you for money to help with ventilators? Are you kidding me? Anybody that gives to charities to Blasio and Andrew Cuomo and Newsom should be put into a mental ward. This is unbelievable, people. Unbelievable. Why would anybody follow these people? Why would anybody reelect these people? What are they doing for you? Trump said it best, especially with Black Lives Matter people. What do you got to lose? You've had Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Adam Schiff, not Elizabeth Warren. She's a part of it, though. These people have been in office for 50 freaking years. Joe Biden, 50 years in our government. Look at their states. Highest unemployment, highest black unemployment, highest Mexican unemployment. More harder to live there than anything. You have to live 4 families in a house in California just to have a house. Why is it like that? But yet they live in the lap of luxury. And you people continually to vote these people in. I am just in awe. I do not know if you're totally brainwashed or are you that really ignorant of what's going on. I swear to God, I'm just at a loss. People, please. How do I get down on my knees and beg when they're talking about this? When Trump goes across the street to the burnt out church, why would you burn a church? Why? What does that mean? Why would you burn a church? And then Trump holds up a Bible. It's good to have a president at least acknowledge the existence of our God. Obama didn't do that. Clinton was the only one that acknowledged it just so he could get a photo op. And that's what they're accusing Trump of. And then you got Nancy Pelosi and the rest of them. And then you have this asshole Sharpton. Why do you people listen to these people? Do you listen to them just because of the color of their skin? Do you really listen to them for that? Do you really believe that 95% of the country oppresses you for the color of your skin? Are you serious? Get out the Constitution and read it. The only things that you have given to you is God's gifts, and those are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. You are not guaranteed anything else. You're not guaranteed health care. You're not guaranteed a job. You're not guaranteed a welfare check. You're not guaranteed a house, anything. But what is guaranteed is your ability to go out and get it. And if you're not able to go out and get it, then we set up programs to help you out. Why would people have abortion? There's an abortion clinic. Statistically, more abortion clinics are in black neighborhoods than anywhere else in the country. Why is that? In LA, and I found this fact out from the Watts riots when I was there, that there are more alcohol stores in black communities than anywhere else. Why is that? Because that's what you people want? I don't think so. I think that's what the politicians are telling you what you want. And rioting will not change a damn thing. I'll tell you, let's take a look at the Watts riots. They were down there and they burned every business that was there. And you want to know something? Nothing was done. All those business owners left. Now, if you go down there, very few businesses are there. Some have come back, some are trying to make a living, but not like it was. And that's what they've just done again, but this time across the rest of the country. So, this is what I suggest. Since all your mayors and all your governors that refuse to bring the military in or support the police and all that had your businesses burned, you do not have to stay in those cities. Let the cities rot. Move out. Move somewhere where people care about you. Why would you want to live in a situation like that? You can't be that dumb. You're a business owner. You want to have a job. You want to feed your family. Why would you want to live in a place where the people that don't want to make sure you live and feed your family trash you all the time? I don't know, folks. But I do know this. Black lives does not matter anymore. In my mind, they have been taken over by Antifa. They've proven that they do not care about black lives. They do not care. They do not care about white lives. They don't care about Mexican lives. They don't care about Asian lives. They don't care about anybody's life. The only life they care about is the person that is paying them to destroy your life. And that payment is very easy to trace. It's coming from George Soros. It's coming from, well, I'll tell you exactly. Just look at all those people that are donating to get those people out of jail. The ones that destroyed your business, they have been picked up by the Hollywood elites, giving money to them so you get bailed out. And do you think they're going to show up for court after they're out of jail? No. And there's all I could do is talk and rant. I don't even know if my message gets out there, but I have to do something. I have to put this message out the best I can. If people understand it, that's fantastic. If they don't understand it, there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. If you got somebody that wants to destroy your building and burn your house to the ground, there's nothing you're going to do about it. They want to defund the police. Well, think of it this way then. All the police can do if somebody's up there ready to trash your house is to collect the evidence and try to find them later. They are not there instantly to stop the action. You have to stop the action. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm not going to institute any kind of anti-violence. But I'm telling you, I'm ready. Well, folks, I'm going to cut it. My name is Russell Mays. Pick up my book, Fear Profits You Nothing. You can get it at Amazon.com, which already trashed Amazon because they don't care about anybody else in the country but Black Lives Matter. They even said so on their post. So anyway, folks, check in with me a little bit later. I'm Russell Mays. You take care now. Please, please be safe. And don't be stupid and listening to the media and what kind of junk they're throwing out at you. It's insulting. And I mean Fox News too. All of them is crazy. Bye-bye.